Good evening. Welcome to OptionsTender. It is Monday, July 21st, 2025. We're going to take a look at the higher time frame all the way down from the monthly all the way down to 65. I'm cramming all this into one video to catch up. Today, I found a little time to jump aside and make this video. I'm smoking meats today and family reunions this weekend, family over. It's been fantastic. So I hope you're doing the same thing with your families and have a wonderful summer. So let's jump into it. Let's go over the weekly analysis. We have this is last week's stuff here, probably up to 210 here in market value, 210% GDP to the market value to GDP. We're looking for a reversal candle. We haven't gotten that yet. We had a potential one. And our options expected move for the week is about 90. Okay, that's I believe the lowest we've had in quite some time. And I do believe that's going to expand here pretty soon. If you've been listening, yes, I've been saying the same thing over and over. And we're looking for that reversal. It is coming. Believe me, it is coming. I saw a post on Twitter this morning when I woke up, and it was describing what's going to happen when price action gets above these trend lines and continues to go higher. And it gave a lot of examples, like 2005. They're not the same. Just want to let you know that we're going to get a reversal. If we do manage to reverse and get a higher low and reset the indicators, reset them all the way, then there's a potential that we could continue this move up much higher. And what we're going to have to see is some of these MACD and RSIs reset completely to the 50 or 0 in some cases, all the way down and cycle all the way through. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the major market right now. Close this up. And we've been looking at this historic trend line that stands 1929, 2000, 2025 a couple times here, and we're in confluence with 2008, 2022, and 2025. Okay, let's dig in here, and we're right here. We're right on it. We're in the zone, and really with this monthly candle, this is where I want to see an indecision or reversal candle. Right here against these lines here. So yeah, we popped above, no big deal. It's all good. On the higher time frames, these things happen. Okay, so I'm looking for a reversal candle. This can be red. It can be fully red, or this can be just a little indecision. We have this week and a little bit of next week for this candle to resolve, and after that, maybe we get our reversal from there. Okay, here's our moving averages. We're in a bullish posture here. All right. So each and every day you see the bulls kind of inch their way up, consolidate and inch up. You really, really have to be precise to even win as a bull in this, unless you're catching lots of really good individual names. So when you have these reversals, unless they're really volatile here, not too many people are winning, even if you're bullish. Okay, it really kind of, unless you're playing your cards right, or if you're holding stock overall. But then you have to have huge positions, and when you see this reverse, it's going to reverse, and it's going to reverse hard. And those people who are still in with those large positions or so are going to get pretty wrecked. All right, so our DMARC, monitor this. It doesn't change very often, clearly each month. And we're just in a 2 count, no setup there. Here's our RSI, MACD. We're getting that green histogram here. Does that mean we get a correction and then one more high? Possible. It could end up being like this. All right, so we're getting a green histogram here. So we're trying to cross back over, but we still have the negative divergence here on the RSI as well. And we want to see this curl over. let's go to the weekly. In the weekly time frame, same thing. You see we're pressing up against there. Price action, it moves above, peaks above, around. This is a zone, okay? And we're getting a reversal candle on the weekly so far. We're only 1 day trading, so grain of salt there. And with that said, we're in a bullish position still, posture. And here's the 20 and the 50 all the way down here. So we're getting a little ways from the 8 moving average. So that's probably going to be right here with the former all-time highs. That's probably going to be a good spot to see the first initial move to coming up in the next couple weeks here. Here's our DMARC, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing setting up here yet. All right, so our MACD, when we had that bullish cross here, that's when price action already had moved really, really far. But that now we're seeing the continuation from that crossover at this point. And the histogram starting to head down. We'll see if that's a divergence. And then we're looking at this. It could make a new high here. Could be a divergence. Really can't tell right now. I'm not going to dig into that. But let's see if this curls over, start to get a sell signal. And let's go ahead and go to, I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, looking at our daily technicals look here. We are getting a reversal doji on the daily time frame. So that's a graveyard doji. That's possibly reversal right there in itself. We did add on to our puts today. And if price gets up to this trend line right here, I will add on to puts again. We are in the danger zone. I've said that a couple times here, multiple times. We're in the zone. 1929. Here's that 2008 trend line. Bullish posture. The 8 is still up. The 20 trend still to the upside. Are we getting a reversal in this zone here? Here's a McClellan oscillator. Still very bearish. We're depending on all the big dogs to keep the market up. This is not a good sign. We will get our reversal. And let me go ahead and put on the McClellan summation, since that's on the other analysis here. All right. Looks like we're making new highs and the summation is starting to curl over. And you can also argue that this trend is starting to break here. So that could be a very bad sign for the bulls. We shall see. And our options tender setup. Here's the MACD. Still in the red here, curling over. We have the negative divergence in the RSI. Same thing with the slow stoke. We want to see that slow stoke curl over, okay, before we can get any confirmation there. DMARC, 5 count, 3 count, nothing to see here. Awesome oscillator, same thing. Each and every day, each and every one of those bars we've been watching every day, waiting for the reversal to happen. So notice how long it takes. Sometimes, not all the times. When you get a reversal, for example, this one, you had a 3-bar setup here, and you just got a reversal. Now that was just a correction. I could go in the in history and show you the same thing, but a much bigger reversal, especially in a downtrend. Money flow. Let's go to SPY. All right. This, if you're new here, all these divergences, whether it's positive or negative, they play out. I guarantee you they play out. Okay? We're there. We're starting to reverse here. We have negative divergence. We have lower highs here in the SPY. This is, sorry about the dog. We have distribution here. Okay. Family's starting to show up here, so want to get going. Bollinger Band. This may end up connecting here for another sell while we have overbought territory. So if we do get another high here, that could be another sell signal on the Bollinger Bands. Also, the LA oscillator, same thing. We're just waiting for this to roll over. Don't expect any sort of new high from here. I do believe that's a 3 into 5 here. All right, let's go to the 65. And if you want to see all the targets and things like that, then go back to last week's video, and I have all that set up for you. Here's a traditional look here. And I want to catch the VIX real quick too. So here's our trade in the turquoise that we are looking, that we're tracking here. I want to put the date on as well. Okay, so we have our trend here. We're starting to go a little sideways to up here, losing a little momentum. And I think this correction is pretty soon here. Our trade is automatically set for a double if you were watching before. And the strike price is 627 that we chose on Friday. And we got a little pop here, but it does appear that we might end up getting our reversal. And this trade should set off automatically around 622. All right, and that's that red line where we have our sell signal. All right, so that's where that secondary trend is. And so we have our expiration on 7/25 this Friday. And so this is one of the official trades that I want to follow with you. So here's our moving averages. Again, let that load up. We're in a bullish posture. I wouldn't be surprised if we now, sorry about that, lost the 8 EMA, and now we're at that 20. Okay, looking to close the gap, so we'll probably have a little bounce tomorrow, and then we should see some follow through going on to the next couple days here. We do have Powell speaking in the morning at 8:30 before the market opens, and we might get a crossover here going into tomorrow, and we're rolling over. The RSI is dipping pretty quickly at this point, getting weak. All right, we're getting a sell signal here in a slow stoke. DMARC had our sell signal here and moved just a little bit above. So let's see if we get a 9 count here on the downside. Awesome oscillator. Made a new little move here, but we are in a negative divergent situation altogether. All right. Money flow. This is good. Okay, so we had those divergences. Those played out each time you got those divergences. And this was a larger correction here, and we made it to brand new highs at this point. So we haven't made a lower low yet on a 65. So let's say we hold this gap area here, and we make one more little high. I know that's a 3-wave move. This is possibly an ending diagonal. If you look on the cues, it's much clearer. But an ABC for 1, ABC for a 2. I'm not going to get into nitty gritty. This is probably not big enough to be wave 3. So whatever the case is, we have to make 1 the smallest in this scenario, because a 3 wouldn't be there. So anyway, if we do end up making a new high here, we should see a negative divergence on this money flow. Bollinger Band sold off on the Bollinger Band sell signal. And Elliott oscillator just doing its thing, just like the awesome oscillator, in a negative divergence overall, but not in the very near term, just going from this high over to this high. Okay. All right, let's go to the VIX on the daily to show what's happening. I am convinced the low is in on the VIX back here when we had our cycle low. That we're in a rising phase at this point, and we just made a higher low. In my opinion, you have a tweezer bottom potential. Let's see if we get follow through tomorrow in this rising phase, and that should bring us to a new high eventually coming up here. Okay. Just wanted to get this out to you guys. anything that I missed, I'll bring it into the next video. Join us in the Discord, 99 cents a month to get Discord trade alerts, and then $4.99 a month. That's $4.99 a month for the upper membership to get much more individual videos. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.